What's up, family? Welcome to Break the Huddle with your guy, Pastor Short T. I am totally excited as usual about this week. Man, welcome back. For those that are brand new to the broadcast, I need you to check this out right here. This is for your Christian student athletes. This is their platform that they can talk about their testimony, and I believe that it changes people and that they are empowered in Jesus Christ. You feel me on that? Because we are unashamed and we are breaking chains. That's based off Romans 1:16. We're not ashamed of the gospel. So those are the type people I'm constantly having on here, and I am fired up as usual. Man, so welcome. Once again, welcome. Come on in, and we are going to have a great time as usual. So share this with your family. Share this with your friends, your folks. Share it with them because we are live and we are doing this thing. So we're going to start this thing off. I just want to let you know a few announcements. If you want to give, you can do the giving tools. We got all that stuff laid out for you. BGTV, support us, donate, and that keeps us going. We thank you guys. We love you for everything that you're doing. So there they are. You can check them out. Please donate. Help us out. This keeps us going so we can keep bringing great broadcasts to you all over. Also, I got the quote of the week that I always like to give to you guys. So check this one right here. To be exceptional doesn't mean that everybody accepts you. Let me say that again. To be exceptional doesn't mean everybody accepts you. Because I say that because of this. You might be an exceptional student, but everybody don't like you. You might be an exceptional athlete. Everybody don't want to be around you. You might be an exceptional cook. Everybody might not like your food. You might be an exceptional seamstress. Everybody doesn't like your gear, your clothing. So remember, Jesus Christ loves you, and we're going to keep moving forward because you are exceptional. All right, let's go on and get into it and talk about my first guest. My first baseball guest. He is an all-around athlete, and I'm excited about bringing him to you because he is one of the top athletes of the class of 2025, and he is here. And I am totally amped up about it. He plays baseball. He's already committed to JSU. And on top of that, when I say he's one of the tops, he's one of the tops in the state of Alabama. And I'm just excited about hearing his testimony and everything that God is doing in his life. So I need y'all to show some love all the way from Oxford, Alabama. Thank God for online. Thank God that he's online. From Oxford, Alabama, give it up for my guy, Eli Bozeman. Man, welcome, Eli. Welcome, man.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Man, hey, did you have a great day?
I did. I had an awesome day.
Man, we are excited to have you here. Man, I got the word of your testimony, what you've been through, and I just I got to have this guy on here. Can somebody make the connect? And finally, through phone tag and text messages, we finally made this thing happen, man. And we're going to get into who you are, what you're doing, and all that. But, man, I'm just happy that you're here, brother.
Me too. Super excited.
Man, so we want people to get to know you. First of all, Eli, you're the class of 2025, so you're a senior. And
Yes,
I want to know, we're going to give shout-outs. So say your mom and dad's name, and I'll say hi, Mom and Dad, and all that good stuff.
Shout out to Leah and Micah Bozeman. Shout out to my pastor, Danny Waddell, and his wife, Charlotte Waddell, and brother and sister, Kanan and Dalen, and rest of the family and teammates and coaches.
Man, now we're going to get into your teammates and coaches. We're going to get in that a little bit later. But, man, hey, shout out to your home church. I love that, man, that you shouting them out. And Mom and Dad, hey, that's my nephew now. So he's part of the family. But I'm Unc now. hey, I'm Unc. So we're going to get into your story, man. For those who don't know, you're a high-level baseball player. High level, when I'm talking about high level, I'm not talking about he's just playing at the park. He's played at the highest level, and he's highly recruited, and we're thankful for that. But at the same time, he made some decisions in his life that are really different. And we're gonna get into that story a little bit here in a minute. But I want to know some things. I'm gonna do this thing called rapid fire that we like to just toss out some things so we can find out what you like, what you don't like, and we're gonna go from there. Are you with me on that one?
I'm ready.
Oh, you ready? Okay, I likes it.
I'm
I
ready.
likes it. All right, let's hit it then. All right, your favorite fast food?
Whataburger.
Whataburger. Man, they took
Okay.
ours away over there in Trustful. We don't even have it no more. All right, I'm with you on that one. All right, favorite DC character?
I'm gonna have to stick with Superman.
You're gonna have to stick with Superman.
Gotta stick with the Superman.
Man of Steel. I'm good with you on that.
Yeah.
All right, favorite family sitcom?
Uh, I'm an old soul, so I like the Andy Griffith Show.
Man, black and white and everything. Hey, Rodney over there laughing at you on that one. Hey, Rodney said in color it ain't no good. Okay. All right. Now I'm hitting you with this one right here. If you weren't playing baseball, what would be the other sport you'll play?
Football.
Football?
100%.
Cool.
Football.
Cool, man. Yeah, man. Hey, you in SEC country. Why not?
Yeah.
All right. Now I'm hitting you with this one. Besides Jesus, favorite person in the Bible you like?
I'm gonna
I
have
know.
to go with Paul the Apostle.
Man, that's my
Probably.
dude right there. And
Yeah.
why? Why you say Paul?
Just because just looking at where he came from, he was at the lowest of lows. You know, he was a guy who persecuted Christians just like ruthlessly, and then he goes from that to having an encounter with Christ, and then being one of the greatest, one of the greatest spokespersons in the world for Christ in history. And I just think it's just awesome how he took that trip.
Man, that's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. I love the Apostle Paul too. Matter of fact, that's how I got called to ministry through scripture from him. So I can totally relate to that. Man, let's go on and talk about you, man. Let's talk about what God is doing in your life. Now, what people might not know, currently you're at Hope Academy.
I am.
Okay, you're at Hope Academy. You're a senior there, but that's not where you started at. So let's go
Right.
back to Oxford High School, and you played on a state championship baseball team. Let's go back to that. Talk about your experience at Oxford High School, your baseball coaches, all that, and then we're gonna get into what has happened now.
Yeah, there's absolutely no complaints about my experience at Oxford High School. Oxford really made me the athlete that I am, and just being around that level of competition and having that level of coaching, it was amazing. Coach Westbrooks, who I played under for, whenever I was there, just in my opinion, best coach in the state of Alabama, probably in the nation for high school. Could have been coaching at a college anywhere that he wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
But he had a heart for developing kids and working with guys who who a lot of people wouldn't see as having a chance, and just developing them from just a high school player to a JUCO starter or a small D1 or even SEC. You know, it was just he had a huge heart for developing players, and he was there for everybody. So nothing to complain about. It was an amazing experience, and I wouldn't have traded it for anything.
Man, because for those who might not be in this area, Oxford is high level. There are 6A. We go up to 7A here in this state. So we're not talking about he was with only 30 kids in the school or anything. You were with numerous kids, different levels of expectations. And matter of fact, one of the guys was Gatorade Player of the Year for the state of Alabama in baseball, Hayes Harrison. So you didn't play with just anybody.
Nah, I play with the dudes.
Yeah, you played with some dudes, and y'all brought home the hardware. So
Yes, sir.
with you bringing home the hardware, state championship, being recruited right there, Oxford High School. How did your recruitment process go?
You know, honestly, I'd never had to put a whole bunch of effort into it just because of the type of coaches that I had. You know, they had a heart for giving you the exposure, and all I had to do was just wait for the calls. You know, and it was fun. I talked to several schools, but JSU really stuck out as home. Really, really good place to be, and fortunately, it's close to my home, so
Mhm.
it's just a good place to be, and they're on the rise. They're making some huge steps, and they're raising expectations every year, and it's really great.
Man, awesome. For those who don't know, that's Jacksonville State University there in Conference USA, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Conference USA. So that's a D1, that's a mid-major, but they them dudes. They go out and they beat your SEC teams. They go out and compete and beat the ACC. So they're not just anybody. They do play the best of the best as well.
They
So
do.
that's a big thing. So you know went through this recruitment process, and when did you commit to JSU?
I committed. I'm trying to remember I think I might remember the exact date. It was September 8th
Uh-huh.
of 2023.
Okay. So you did this last year. Man, you just
I
knew that's
did.
where
Yes,
you
sir.
wanted to go.
Yes,
So
sir. I did.
this is where it gets a little different here. You're at a school that's high level, competing, probably trying to make another run at state again. And for those, and you pitch correct. You're a
Yes, sir. I
pitcher.
do.
Okay, so you bringing it, so you know that you're gonna get more exposure. But then something happens for some reason you want to change schools.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's explain how that process went for you to all of a sudden this happens and you go from this high level school that you getting all this exposure where you've already committed to your college that now you want to transfer to Hope Academy.
Yes, sir.
Let's go through this process and let people understand this.
Okay. So I this past year in 11th grade, I was dealing with a back injury, and I had to sit out for a year to recover, and that went smooth. It was hard sitting out that long,
Hmm.
but I came back healthy for the summer, and Coach Robbie Brooks, the owner of Top Gun, he took the head coaching job at Hope Christian Academy, where I am now. Um, and we were just talking about it, and he was like, man, there's great stuff happening here, and more's going to come. So you should really come check it out. So I went and toured it, and just just that the atmosphere is night and day. It's not even it's I don't even see it as a school. I'm learning, I'm being educated, physically, emotionally, spiritually, educational wise. I mean, every way. But it's nothing but a family to me. And it's just an awesome place to be. And I knew it. I felt it the second walking in through those doors on my tour. I was welcomed in open arms by all the administration, and all the coaches were there, and they're just killing me with kindness.
Man.
And it was just an awesome experience, and we gave a lot of thought and prayer into it, because I also have siblings who still go to Oxford, as a matter of fact. But just deciding what I wanted to do with my senior year, um, and I really wanted to be there. There was just so many signs of growth, especially spiritually more than anything, but even academically. They've got great academic advisors. They've got teachers, admin with like just the greatest credentials ever, and it just seemed like a really good place to be. And I just decided to just go with that. I just felt like that was the right move.
Man, that's awesome right there. Because what people fail to understand is that that wasn't an easy transition. So that had to be a God move right there.
Yes, sir.
Because now I know Robbie, Top Gun, shout out to Top Gun, all my folk there at Top Gun. Coach Robbie Brooks, he a believer. He would let me preach to my group of guys as chaplain or whatever. He would let me bring the word to them. So he's a believer. And I saw when he got the position, and I was like, man, this just now happening, because he's been that dude for a long time. So he's a strong believer, and he's gonna make sure you're grounded, and you ain't got to worry about him cussing at your kids or anything of that nature. He's not that guy, and he's gonna love you just like you're his own. And that's what I love about him, because when my son didn't have a team, we're trying to figure out a team. He said, "Bring him here." He said, "I got you." So he is that guy, and I was still able to preach the gospel, and he was like, "Man, whatever you need, I got you." Even helped my son with recruiting when I made phone calls to him. So he is that person, and I can actually say great things about him. So now at Hope Academy, you're gonna this year decided to play a little basketball.
Yes, sir.
You're venturing in basketball, so
Yeah.
you're gonna do dual sport going out your senior year with a bang, huh?
Yes, sir. Just want to have some fun with it.
Man, that's what I'm talking about. Uh, Couple questions that I want to hit you with. Why you since you're there, you said something to me when me and you talked earlier in the week, last week. You said you saw scriptures on the wall, and
Hmm.
I know you said the atmosphere was different,
Yes.
and and I know you're creating new friends, like you said, family. Uh, Not knocking anybody, but Scripture teaches in 1 Corinthians 15:33 that bad company corrupts good character. And you also said something else that really got me. You said it was making me a better person spiritually. So, what has happened around you that has made you just grow spiritually?
Well, it's a Christian academy, so of course spiritual growth is prioritized there over any aspect of any kind of education or growth. But just teachers there, even I mean, we have a Bible class that strictly we're reading Bible, learning scriptures, talking, discussing, studying, and but even outside of Bible class, you've got English, history, math, and everything is just based on the word of the Lord and stuff. And it's just it's so hard not to be influenced by such a powerful uh, movement in that school. And it's I don't have words to describe it. It's just like it's a big old family. Like I don't have words to describe how great the place is, but it's so much easier to grow around folks that are that are praying for you to grow. They're cheering you on to grow, and I mean, as Christians, we're supposed to support each other,
Yes,
we're there for each other and to watch each other grow and to rejoice whenever we are growing, so and the people around me, teachers, students, they're all, and even some of them have very dark backgrounds from what I've heard, but to see how far they've come it's just unbelievable, and it just shows you how strong God is and how much He can move in a person's life, especially in an atmosphere like that.
I love it. I love it. I love it, man. So when you're in the gym, tell me your Christian hip hop artist that you're pumping in your earbuds.
Uh, I'm probably I got two guys, either KB or NF.
Oh, man, there you go. See, KB, that's my dude there, man.
Yeah.
Hey, so that right there, man. I'm excited about what God is doing it with you. So after baseball, what is the fastball sitting at? Let me ask that.
I'm sitting about 88, 90. I topped 92 this summer.
Man, praise Jesus for that.
No, it's a
Man,
gift.
awesome, awesome, man. That hey, for those who don't know, that ain't slow. It's a difference between 80 and 90. It's a big difference in that. Man, so you don't recover from a back injury
Yes,
and
sir.
and came back, and now you're back up to that type speed. That's amazing. That's a healing of God in itself.
It is.
And that even that they kept your scholarship and said, "Hey, we still want you." People don't understand it's a cutthroat business as well,
It,
that they will let you go.
yes, in a
Man, so
heartbeat.
so yes, so man, you got a praying family. Sounds like it, man. Sound like y'all
Yes,
locked
sir.
in. And man, big shout out to your folk, man, for covering you, for being with you on this move. That is major, because that's the way me and my family are. We make family decisions. Where my son is gonna go, where my daughter's gonna go, what things we make family decisions, and that people don't understand that is a family decision. And then you're gonna be right here at the house, not that far away.
Right.
Man. So let's hit a couple other things before we have to get out of here, man. At your home church, what are you doing there, man? Do you have a youth pastor? I know you said it's a small church, so you might, or is your pastor just him and his wife just them folk?
They're an amazing. It's an amazing atmosphere there. Most consistently, me and my siblings are the only youth there. It's a very, very small. Pretty. Most of the population, I'd say, is on the elderly side, but the Lord's moving there, and I wouldn't rather be anywhere else. It's a great
Gotcha.
place to be.
Got you. And all the time, doesn't equal to what's going on outdoors, outways. Because the big thing is this: that you're growing there.
Right.
And where you're going, you're growing. So we're good with that. So I love what God is doing in your life. And me and you, we already done talked about it. We're gonna have to sit down and break bread together and have some chicken wings. I guess Buffalo
Yeah.
Wild Wings or something. We're gonna have to do that and get together and break bread because God is using you in a powerful way. But I wanna say this to you. Even beyond the field, because you said this to me last week as well. You said that it's helped you to grow, not just there on the field, but off the field. So that spirit of boldness is there, that you can make a stand no matter when you go to college and what they're doing. You can make that stand. And when they see you making that stand, that's the chance for you to give your testimony or for you to say, hey, I don't do that. And I love that you can make that stance because I know you're still friends with the guys at the high school anyway, at Oxford.
Right.
You're still
Right.
friends with them. But I know that you have impacted them by the move you made, that you walked away from everything and what they had, the possibilities, but now you're still competing. Your scholarship is still intact. So that's a testimony in itself.
That's awesome.
Man, so one last thing, this is on you. If you could say something to an athlete or a student that's out there about Jesus Christ and your decision on following Jesus Christ and your move, what would you say to them right now?
I was, I'll go ahead and say something personal. Don't wait. Don't blow it off to another day because the earlier you do it, the greater your life is going to be. A lot of people, we serve a God who's very gracious and very merciful, and he will take you in on your deathbed or out the womb, but a lot of people, not having that knowledge will say, oh, well, let me have my fun now and we can get to this later, but I'm telling you, it's so much better to get in touch with the Lord where you are now than putting it off later, because the joy of the Lord does not compare to the joys of this life at all.
Amen. I'm proud of you making that move. And if you heard that and you said, man, I want that, please, we got the link down there that you can email us for the info and everything, and just let us know that God touched you through this podcast, and just share what God is doing. Man, one more time, give it up for my guy, my new nephew, Eli Bozeman. Hey, man, I look forward to hanging out with you. Gonna have to come see you play this year, and I'm gonna have to catch a game of hoop too, man, and see you grab a couple rebounds. Man, keep doing what you're doing. Let God use you, and keep being unashamed and keep breaking chains. This is Break the Huddle podcast with your guy, Pastor Short T. Until next time, we out.